Welcome in everybody to another stream of a Flex4 draft on the fast. Of course, the internet isn't working either. It immediately put us right into a draft, and I've had technological issues all day, so hopefully Connor can fill in for me a little bit here.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that your internet going a little out, or is that mine?
That was 100% mine. Yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, I mean, I might be drafting this one solo. Who knows? Either way, always good to be doing this together. Addison, I was looking through our teams prior to this, and we got some pretty sick squads. So it looks like we're on the clock here. We have the 7th pick. I'm fine with any of these 3 guys up top here, to be honest.
Yeah, I really am. I'd even throw Amon-Ra in there too, or BTJ. They're all so good. I don't know how you differentiate between any of them.
Literally, I think they're all pretty similar. We'll just go with Puka just because he's the highest on the ADP board right there. Amon-Ra has that little injury right now. I mean, he said he'll be back in like a month. Probably doesn't matter. They've been talking up Jameson Williams like nonstop for the last like 3 weeks, which I mean, he was a great prospect. He's athletic. Like he kind of has taken a little while to produce, and then obviously came on big time last year. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I think he could have an awesome season, but Amon-Ra is also probably still going to crush.
And of course, all the other good wide receivers after that went out. I was wondering if we were going to get one of them or maybe even Genty at the turn here, but we didn't get any.
Man, I would have loved Christian McCaffrey too.
CMP would have been great. Do you go Achane for the PPR upside, especially if they get rid of Jonnu, man?
Yeah, probably. I'm also a little bit worried about Tyreek Hill, to be honest. Like there were some interesting metrics that Fantasy Points tweeted out. Basically, they were talking about like his average separation on vertical breaking routes and everything. So like he's getting old. Like he admitted himself that he didn't have the juice last year. He wasn't like putting in his full effort. I think that he can put in all the effort he wants. I mean, just a certain point, your body just isn't the same. And like I think he's still good. I just don't know if he's like he's not vintage Tyreek that we had, which obviously matters a ton because every extra target there, Achane was awesome with whenever Tua played. Achane was like an elite option at running back.
Yeah, not to mention that we didn't even see the like explosive plays from Achane last year like we did in 2023. So like if he has that receiving upside and then gets back to being, taking a 70-yard touchdown to the house like every other week like he was in 2023, I mean, that it just increases the ceiling even more as like this new era of Christian McCaffrey kind of.
Yep. No, totally agree there. I also have been taking some Jalen Waddle in like the middle rounds of some other best ball drafts as well. All right, looks like we're almost on the clock here.
I was gonna say, are you getting Bucky? You got Bucky.
I was gonna say my guy Bucky's on the board. I mean, 75% ownership. That honestly, that's not high enough. So I think we're gonna have to keep boosting those numbers.
Do you like him a lot more than I'm pretty high on Chase Brown this year because it would have been pretty interesting had they both been on the board. Or I thought maybe if Bucky had gone, then we could have went with Chase Brown. I'm pretty high on Chase Brown as having basically the same role that he was in last year, just over the course of an entire season.
I also really like Chase Brown. I mean, like, I think that there's actually like a pretty hard tier drop off here. So like you have, I think that Bucky, Chase Brown, I think Josh Jacobs is fine. Breece Hall, there's certainly question marks. I think the upside is really high and the ceiling's high, but like the floor is pretty low if they get, if they don't score and if, they involve Braylon Allen more. They've talked about that. I mean, he's like rumored to be on the trade block. So there's certainly some floor concerns there. The ceiling's high though. But like after that, like I'm not a huge James Cook guy. And then you're getting into like the Chuba, Kamara, Kenneth Walker tier. Like I think that Bucky and Chase Brown are like just significantly better in terms of like role output, everything than like this next tier, like this next group of guys. So yeah, like I'm trying to load up on, again, 1 or 2 of those guys like we did. And then probably just go wide receiver after that.
Yeah, that's why I think Kamara, I think, might be tempting. We just keep writing him off, but he's been like a top 8 fantasy running back like every year of his career.
Yeah.
So he might be interesting.
Would you go Kamara here? We got like 10 seconds. Let's see around the clock.
I might, yeah. I don't know. I didn't see who else was on the board whenever you scroll down a little bit, but we might get them in the 5th.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you scroll down that much, we're probably looking at someone else here. Can draft your guy Tet if he's still there. Yeah, I mean, Kamara has no competition. I think that Tyler Shug might be like sneaky better than what people expect. Which is, I mean, the bar is pretty low on that. So
I
you know,
expect
that's
nothing. So.
yeah, right, exactly. So like, not the worst quarterback in the league. that's
Yes,
that's the
essentially.
goal.
Yes.
All right, we're almost up again here. Oh, Tet went. I was considering that. I thought it could be interesting.
You
I
buying into
mean,
Marv? Maybe for year 2? Worthy for year 2?
I think I'm like fine on any of them. So like, I don't love any of them, but I'm fine on all of them. If you have
Yeah, I
any
think Kittle
tiers.
would be interesting because I think he could go over 1,000 again, but I don't know in this. I'm good with either. If you whoever you click,
All right,
or
well,
we went out.
I guess
Oh,
it's
we got
DJ
DJ
Moore. I
Moore.
missed
All right.
I missed the click there. I was gonna go Kittle, but that's fine.
I like DJ. I think everybody's talking about who's going to play like the Amon Ra role. I don't know if any of the wide receivers are going to be an Amon Ra in the Bears offense because I think Amon Ra is just a better wide receiver than all of them. But I do think the one that fits the kind of short to intermediate plus yak ability the best is DJ Moore in that offense. So I'm not out on DJ Moore. I think that he's still the best bet at the receiver position for this year for Chicago. I
Yeah,
like
I
him
would
at that price
agree.
too.
I don't know, like I don't really know what to do with them, so I'm just drafting all of them. I think that one of them is going to be awesome. One of them is probably being pretty good in terms of like him or Roma Dunze. So I don't know. Like it's just kind of like a throw my hands up and guess and probably get some exposure in some drafts because I think that he could be awesome. He just showed like no connection with Caleb last year, unfortunately, and like things were just a disaster all over. So I don't really know what to chalk up to the offense, chalk up to DJ Moore. Like the body language is bad, but he's a really good player, and I think Caleb is a good player. So good players figure it out. I think it'll be okay.
Metcalf was. I just saw his name come off the board now that Aaron Rodgers is officially on the team.
Yeah, we talked about that last time or a couple of times before too. I know drafting him. I like Jameson here. I like,
I'm in on
Travis.
Jameson.
All right, let's do that.
We're done.
We need a
No
little more
argument.
like, 40-point upside with no floor in this best ball. As a reminder, Flex4, you can start literally 4 of any position each week, but you don't have to choose your lineup. You just draft 6 players, and then it'll automatically pick the highest scoring 4. That was quick. We joined a draft and then usually boot up the streams and usually have to wait a little bit, but we joined a draft and it was already going. So I figured we'll probably just rip another one here.
Do you want to rip one more?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we're 7 minutes in here. We're okay. 5 slots waiting to fill. It's also Flex Draft Friday right now. So I think that let me see what the exact promotion is. So if you draft 10 teams today, and then you can do turbo mode. That's the easiest way to do it. You get Fast Draft merch. So they'll give you like a hat, a t-shirt, and then you'll get extra stuff as well. So it's the first 10 people to do that, to do 10 drafts. And it looks like it's not claimed yet. So, I mean, if you want some Fast Draft merch, this is pretty easy. Yeah.
I'll take some merch.
I do love a good little merch sesh. Also big news, Fast Draft now available in Pennsylvania. Have you dipped your toes in the water yet?
I have not yet. I was debating whether or not I wanted to join on one of these. So with 4 slots waiting to fill, I might see if they fill like in the next like couple minutes. If not, I might hop in here.
I mean, just hop in. Like, I don't know if you, I mean, you can just pull up your phone and go. I mean, just do it. Why not? Like that'd be fun. Then we can, if you draft Bucky before me, though, the stream might just suddenly end.
First round, Bucky Irving. Let's see. I'm joining in.
Jamie, sup guys? What's up, Jamie? How we doing? But yeah, it's nice little Flex4 action here.
Still joining. It's taking a hot minute. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi.
Look at this. We got Dylan Gibson. I'll join. All right, nice. Hop in. Yeah, we still got.
Let's go.
Nice little Steve Smith picture there. It's funny. 2 slots left. Are you in, Addison, or is it not working?
It says I'm joining. It doesn't. It doesn't give me this screen yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna get.
Ooh.
If I'm not gonna get in yet.
Yeah, it doesn't want you in. Apparently,
That's all right. We can run one more, you and I, without having to compete against each other.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think that I already drafted the winning team somewhere along the way. I just, we already drafted it, so it's.
We already drafted the winning team for this one and for the Origins format too.
Yep. Yeah. It's going to be a good look when we can come back and I can, I get all my trophies and money, take it straight to the club. Let's see here. Jamie said,
sometimes that happens to me.
Yeah, one spot left. So we're going to start any second here. I do love these fast draft Fridays because these drafts fill just very quick, which is obviously awesome. Because then, you saw. All right, let's hear it. Did Addison make it in? You're in?
Yep.
Let's see.
I got the 8 spot.
All right, I'm at the 2 spot. Addison's at the 8 spot here. So
I hate to tell you, buddy, you're not getting Bucky Irving in this draft.
I was about to say, I don't think I am.
Unless you take him you could take him at 209.
Yeah.
But if you're risking him into the third, because I got the 3rd round reversal on my side.
Yeah, there's no shot that he's making it to 309. So we'll see. We'll see where we're at. I'm not there. Nice. Dylan's pick number 5. All right.
Dylan's at 5. I see Jamie at 4.
Yeah, Jamie's at 4. 3rd down, Dill. Good luck, fellas. All right, I'm going to go with little Justin Jefferson action off the bat. And I'll follow along on screen here with the crew. All right, Jamie's got the 4th pick. Saquon. 4th pick, Saquon is, that's stealing. All
right.
Dill at 5th overall. CeeDee Lamb. I love CeeDee Lamb this year. I think he's going to crush.
Now, here's the annoying part is I'm in that same range that we were just in.
The exact
wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I like Nico. I like Nico probably a little bit too much than I probably should, but I might get one of these guys coming back, maybe. 1, 2, 3, and then Genty. Oh, I might have an H-Chan problem.
Man.
Jim, don't do this.
Yeah, is Jim going to double tap? Oh, CMC. Interesting. Double taps running back.
All right. I am guaranteed Amon-Ra or Brian Thomas. Good to know.
Yeah, that's a great start right there. Can't complain.
All right. BTJ. I like the CMC pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of gets up more into the 1st round on these ones, because I think people getting him in the 2nd is going to be huge if he annihilates again.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite risk reward picks because it's pretty rare for a 2nd round pick that can actually maybe not win you your league, but give you a massive edge. And I think he could legit be the running back 1 overall by a lot. Man, this is tough. I really like Drake London and Ladd McConkey this year. It's tough for me to pick anyone over either of them, so I'm going to have to go with London here. I think if those guys were gone, it'd probably be Bowers or Bucky. That would probably be my
bypass the Bucky.
I know. I have, 80-something%. Oh, Jim, 3 running backs, picks Bucky. Wow. Look at that.
He's all in. Oh, man. I said it in the last draft. I'm a big Chase Brown fan, so we'll go with Chase. I really like Kyron and Josh Jacobs a lot too, but we keep wanting to kill Kyron Williams, and it just doesn't happen. And I don't think it'll happen again this year, but it is scary. You get Kyron.
I do. But you know what? No, I want to build an all receiver draft. So I'm going to go Garrett Wilson. I don't know if I love Garrett Wilson, but Justin Fields has supported other big weapons before, and the other receivers in that passing game are outrageously bad. So, all right, I'm going to go with Rashee Rice. I just scrolled down a little bit for him, but I'm a big Rashee Rice guy this year, looking fully healthy. Not going to get suspended. Travis Kelce's cooked. The rest of their receiving core, Hollywood Brown's cooked. So it's basically just him and Xavier Worthy catching passes from Patrick Mahomes. So I want to be bullish on Rashee Rice.
Did you see the video of him running routes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Without no brace on or anything?
He's got the juice, man. He's got the juice.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Yeah, we'll go Kamara again. I'm basically drafting like the same. I'm in the same
Yeah.
spot as what we were.
I think that's the problem is when you get in like the same ranges, like when you're like the back half or the front half, like it's tough to not draft the exact same team that you just drafted because
Right.
you're like, well, I just went through this process. So I think you have to like almost intentionally mix it up. I mean, you have Chase Brown and like, I mean, your first 3 picks are different, but it's tough.
We'll go JMO there.
Nice.
Yeah, or you're relying on other people around you to switch up the orders on players.
Yep.
To differentiate as well.
Right,
I've been looking at Dylan and Jamie's teams. Jamie's got all running backs. I'm curious to see if he finishes that out.
Yeah, does Jamie have all running backs? Let's go. Okay, and I'm gonna go all wide receivers. This is a perfect pairing. All right, I'm drafting DK Metcalf. Not afraid to scroll down the board here. Look at this. We got a little running back versus wide receiver, battle here. All right, and he took Waddle. Damn it, that's what I was scrolling for. Man, I should probably take RJ Harvey because I love RJ Harvey, but I'm committing to the bit here. So we're gonna go with Travis Hunter.
Committing.
I'm committing to the bit. All wide receivers. So had to. Jamie, you better pick a running back. All right, good. There we go.
He took RJ Harvey. You left.
Yeah,
it was
did.
Perfect, dude. Dylan finished that. Dylan almost completed the all wide receiver build, but Breece Hall got him there.
Yeah, love it.
And I'm 2-2. So where am I going to go?
Tight end. No, they're 3-3. You're 3-2 right now. So running back would complete the trend. But hey, you do you. Let's see here. We got.
No, I like. I scrolled down a little for Ridley. So
okay, nice.
We'll see what happens. Wide receiver one. It's chasing for the upside at that point, right? Over Godwin or Shakir or Ricky Pearsall's already hurt.
All right, let's look. We can do a little quick draft review right here. Once this loads up, and Dylan brings up, has anyone seen an all tight end build? I have not, but I mean, you could probably do it. I don't know why it's taking a little bit to load here.
Yeah, you'd probably have to be in the back half, huh? You probably have to go if you go Bowers McBride.
Yeah, how do I look at the draft?
Get Kittle at the third.
Do you know how to look at the draft board again? Let's see here.
Jamie, fastest drafter. Connor, slowest drafter.
Really?
Man.
Well, that's disappointing. Okay. Here we go. Okay, here's the draft board. So yeah, all tight end build. Yeah, you'd have to go I mean, you'd be drafting a pretty bad team because only 3 tight ends even got drafted. So you'd have to draft 6 tight ends.
Someone all tight ends of the 10. So who would that have to? You'd have to go Bowers McBride at the turn. Then you get Kittle at the 301, and then Hawk, and you probably have to go Laporta then.
Yeah, Laporta, Hawk, and then you're looking at
Then who's your 6th? Do you go for Jonnu?
Yeah, Jonnu by ADP, but I don't really want Jonnu right now. I think there's a chance he gets traded somewhere or I don't know, deprioritized.
Do you go for a rookie?
Yeah, because then after that you're talking Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland are all going in that range. Evan Ingram. I like Evan Ingram a lot this year.
Ingram, yep.
But
man, we haven't even been live for 20 minutes.
2 drafts in 20 minutes is wild.
That is pretty insane.
Yeah,
do we run another one?
I mean, we could. How crazy would that be? I mean, we already got some guys in the chat. So, you want to do this? I mean, one more. We'll do one more, and then we can. Do I have money left? Yeah, I do. Okay, $5 left. All right.
Yeah. See, exactly. Perfect. Finish it out. All right, I'm in. I got 4 slots.
All right, perfect. In 3 slots.
And then 3 slots.
Dylan running another one. All right, hop in, Dylan. 2 slots left. Look at this. This is great. This is what's supposed to happen. It's kind of addicting. I don't know if that's supposed to be the case, but probably. You can rip through 3 drafts in less than 30 minutes. All right, we got 2 slots left here.
Oh,
I feel like the Aaron Rodgers signing, by the way, was the most inevitable signing of all time, right?
It was, and it made me so sad.
You're a Steelers fan, right?
I am. I didn't want it.
Yeah.
Did you see he had a he was on with, was it like Big Cat or somebody like that? He was talking to somebody, and he was talking. They asked him, they're like, "Do you even do training camp anymore? Like, what's the point of doing training camp when you've been in the league for like 20 plus years?" It's like the same. And he was basically saying that training camp used to be fun when football was hard. Like whenever they would do like 2 days and it'd be hard physically, but the mentals wasn't all that hard. Then he would play preseason and all that stuff. But now, it's all about like staying healthy. So don't play the preseason. Take it easy in practice. It's more mental than it is physical. But the fact that he said when football was hard, it used to be fun. And then the top comment on that TikTok video was like, I'm pretty sure the Jets went like 4-13 last year. So football, I think, is still hard for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he didn't look all that good, but he also tried to do like almost like the late career Ben Roethlisberger thing at time where he was like, all right, I'm just taking over the team. Like I'm gonna throw it 50 times down the stretch. And that obviously was not great at times.
He's going to try and do that again. I'm pretty sure he said that he wants to call plays instead of have Arthur Smith call the plays. So
it's not great. It's not great. He just he can't do the thing like he used to when he was in Green Bay, where he would like get up to the line, just call an audible, call a slant to Davante Adams, and a 3rd and 2 instead of a run, whatever they called was just a slant, to Davante, and they completed every time. Now, I mean, I like DK Metcalf a lot. Obviously, we talked about him every single time we do the show, but that's more of a fantasy perspective. He's not on Davante's level of like route running, chain moving, like short stuff like that. I don't know. You think they add anyone else like a Keenan Allen or something like that, or anyone
Gabe
else?
Davis, apparently. Yeah.
I mean,
your face was perfect. Yeah, he's just like, yep, that is a name who is available.
He'll be there and he'll clear out some space, I guess, if anyone respects him. I don't know. He'll be just cardio king. That's all he'll be doing.
I hope they definitely need to bring in somebody else, and I don't know if Rodgers is now an enticing quarterback to go play for, or not. If at least makes Pittsburgh a more favorable landing spot or signing spot for some of these. I guess it's really like Keenan and Amari are like the only two names, really specifically Keenan. So I don't know if Rodgers makes it. Alan Lazard is already on the way. That's what Dylan said. Sheesh.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he is kind of like a chain moving guy. He doesn't really do a whole lot else well. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, to be honest.
They trade for Romeo Doubs from Green Bay, Yeah,
I mean, that wouldn't be that surprising either. Oh, also the follow up on our tight end draft. So it was Brock McBride, Kittle, Hawkinson, Kelsey, and Pitts.
Oof. Kelsey makes sense.
Yeah, Kelsey makes sense. Pitts is
that's rough. That's your home run swing there, huh?
It's a whiff. That's
swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean I think that dream is just dead. I know that I was a big fan coming out. I thought the profile made sense, the landing spot made sense. It was all good, and then it's just been nothing forever. I did like the rumors though about him going back to going to the Steelers with Arthur Smith. I think that'd just be so funny. Like that'd be just to not use him again. It'd be hilarious.
They should trade for Pitts and Jonnu, both, and then Darnell Washington gets like 70 targets. And why are we even going out? I don't even understand why we're going after tight ends when we just like extended Pat Freiermuth for like $50 million like a year ago. It's like the Cole Kmet situation. They signed him to his extension and then they drafted Loveland. Not saying that was a bad pick. It's just, I feel like the talent difference between Muth, Pitts, and Jonnu is like negligible. So why even be going after these guys? Anyway, that's the
whole house built out of tight end. Yeah, I mean, I think that Caleb Johnson is now a really good pick. Both him and Jaylen Warren, I think, are gonna have good seasons. Like, because now you're just, I mean, as much as I don't think Aaron Rodgers is like good, I think that he boosts the offense. Like, they're gonna score more. They're gonna be, more competitive in games. Like, just generally, I think that he raises the floor a lot for those guys. And in regular drafts, Caleb Johnson's not Caleb Johnson's like a 7th or 8th round pick, and Jaylen Warren's like a 9th, 10th round pick. So like, you're not paying very much to find out if one of them is going to pop off. And I mean, Najee left behind a lot of touches. So I think that both of them are legit picks this year at ADP.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think I've been on the Caleb Johnson train for a while as like the new, potentially better Najee Harris, and I think people are still like, oh, it could be Jalen Warren. It might not. I'm Team Caleb all the way on all of that, and especially if Rodgers helps to check it down a little bit too. I know like Caleb isn't like a known pass catching back, but he can do it. He had 20 something receptions at Iowa this past season, so if he's getting 30 to 40 receptions, that's just a floor booster on top of the touchdowns that could come with it.
Yeah, that'd be massive. Yeah, it seems like, in my opinion, that they don't really want to give Jalen Warren like a massive workload, or even like a big workload. Like, like I think they just want to have him be kind of like a change of pace, like, the 1B or maybe even number 2 to a 1A. And so I think that's what we're probably going to see with Caleb as the 1A, and then probably Jalen Warren mix in behind him, 9 to 12 touches a game, something like that. Like that probably makes sense. And then Caleb a little bit more with some touchdown upside. So I don't know. We'll find out more in training camp, but I think Rodgers' opinion matters. Like I think depending on how training camp goes, which is, I know you're already pissed about that because it's a real thing. Like he's gonna be like, get this guy out of here. If he sucks, which can go either way. It could be Warren or Caleb Johnson. So it's always part of the circus.
The circus is the correct word for the Aaron Rodgers. That's why I didn't want him there. I just was like, it's gonna be too much, and we're in like our Indianapolis Colts era of but like it's even worse because we knew Ben was gonna retire. Like the Colts kind of got blindsided by Luck retiring, and then they tried to maintain their competition window with Ryan and Rivers and Wentz. None of them worked out, obviously.
Shocker.
But like the Steelers knew that Ben was going to be like 40 years old and was going to retire, and their plan was basically, maybe Mason Rudolph, maybe Kenny Pickett. It's just it's made no sense. And
Mason Rudolph was the succession plan, right?
He was supposed to be,
right,
and then which. Anyway, we need to stop talking about the Steelers.
A lot that could be said there. Yeah, I know this has actually become a Steelers show. We still need one more. If you are hanging out right now in the chat and you're watching, just download FastDraft. Use promo code DLF, $50 deposit match. I mean, it's easy, and if you don't make it in this draft, it'll give you a notification when your other one, pops up. It takes no more than like 7-8 minutes to do this. So, get a good question here from Jamie. Why is Kupp an ADP riser in FastDraft? My opinion is because there's only 6 rounds of 10s. You're only drafting 60 players. So he's currently in most other ADP going in like the 80s or 70s. So if he's drafted at all in these leagues, he's going to be like, his ADP is going to go up. So that's my take. I'm not a big Cooper Kupp guy this year, though. Any Kupp takes, Addison?
No, I'm not either. I think that he is. Well, first of all, I don't like Sam Darnold quarterbacking that team. So I think that he can't sustain really more than one wide receiver for fantasy. So most of that stuff I think is going to go to JSN. And then I think Kupp is just going to kind of get leftover scraps that's not really meaningful for fantasy. That's even assuming that Kupp is even anything like what he was in not even just 21, but like 22 and the early parts of 23 and 24 a little bit, and not like what he was over the past like 7 weeks or the final 7 weeks of last year, which I am worried that he is closer to being dust than not. And if you pair that with the fact that he's on a new team, new offense entirely, still not even that great of an offensive line, bad quarterback play, I don't think the ceiling is there at all. So I'm in complete agreement with Jamie. I have no idea why he's rising up. Bowers and McBride are the top 2 in fallers.
Interesting.
Wonder if that's just people are don't think the ceilings are there for tight ends. Although in overall scoring, where were they both last year in overall scoring?
Bucky Irving, top ADP faller. What are we doing, guys? I mean, this is crazy. This is,
That should be better for you, though, right? You should be able to get them more.
More for me. You know what? That's their fault. They're missing out on the Bucky train. It's not too late for anyone listening, but for you driving his ADP down, that's on you. So I tweeted out. I tweeted out this thing. And I want to get your opinion on if you agree, who you agree with here. So I tweeted out the definitive, air quotes, "Are they cooked?" list. So basically, it's like if a player is cooked or not. And I obviously was being a little bit, like controversial just for fun. So I put my cooked list: Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Travis Kelce, Zach Moss, Miles Sanders, Tyler Lockett. Might be cooked list. But these players I'm saying, like, I don't know, but like, there's a real chance, a non-zero chance that they're cooked. Pacheco, Diggs, Debo, Javonte Williams, Christian Kirk, Mark Andrews, and CMC. I put him on there. I still like CMC, but there's a non-zero chance. Who do you agree with? Who do you disagree with there? Or is there anyone that I missed? Like, that's the other question too.
I was trying to think of somebody of anybody else that you missed. I'm kind of thinking that. Do you have Tyreek on that list?
Yeah, he was my first number one cooked player. He was.
He was cooked. Okay, I missed him. Then I thought he would have been in the missed or in the maybe cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I think I do remember seeing that tweet actually, and I do remember being like, "All right, Connor's throwing out some Twitter takes here. It's pretty fun." Anthony Richardson, like Jamie tweet, "Are you worried about Anthony Richardson's shoulder injury?" He could be somebody that might be on the maybe cooked list.
I think it's over. I think it's over.
Yeah,
there are odds for like week 1 starter essentially, and you could bet on like who's going to be the cold starting quarterback. And like 10 minutes after the news came out, Daniel Jones was like still plus 200. So it's like you wager 100, you would get 215 back plus your original 100 that you staked. So obviously I went and bet that immediately, just because now Anthony Richardson's timetable to return is like they said sometimes in training camp, maybe like they don't have a clear timetable, which means like he's got to like Daniel Jones has to play like legitimately terrible, and he has to play really well. So
I think Daniel Jones is going to play 14 plus games as a starter for Indy, which might actually be a good thing for that whole entire offense. Except for like Alec Pierce. If you're like the one Alec Pierce fan out there, that's probably not a good thing if Anthony Richardson's not the quarterback. But for Pittman, Downs, Warren, JT, that's probably a lot better if Daniel Jones is the starter.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I'm buying Tyler Warren. I'm buying Josh Downs in drafts. I think that they're both good picks. Like I think that Daniel Jones kind of helps raise the floor a little bit there. All right, I have pick 7. You have pick 4.
We got 4.
We got
Dylan and Jamie are fighting again. They're at 9 and 10.
Yep, 9 and 10. That's
4.
4. Yeah, you should have a different draft than last time, though. That's good.
I hope so. Do I get Saquon or Bijan? Saquon or Bijan? I hope I get Bijan.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Either.
I want Bijan.
All right, do it.
There's too many curses on Saquon, and maybe they'll all cancel each other out, but there's just too many. The 370 plus touches, the Madden curse, the Super Bowl, post Super Bowl win curse. It's all there.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, it's all lining up. The curse, the fantasy curses are very much not on his side, but I still think he's a good first round pick. He's an awesome player on a good team, and obviously crushed last year. Yeah, so let's see how Dylan and Jamie handle this 9-10. Dylan, Achane, Nico. Wow. And then Dylan said, "How do you feel about the 3rd round reversal?" It's definitely unique. I thought it made a ton of sense in the rookie drafts. In these drafts, a little bit different. All right, I'm going to take CMC.
Dang it.
Yeah, that I mean,
I was like, is there a chance the
his
CMC comes back to me?
his ADP is low in this. Like it's like, I mean, what is it, 15, 16, something like that? That's like his
Dang
normal
it. I thought
ADP.
I could have maybe got Derrick Henry. Oh,
Dang, now you're kind of in the weird zone right now.
I know. I don't like this. I'll take AJ Brown. The third round reversal made a ton of sense for the rookie one, and still does. I don't know how I feel about the third round reversal for this format because I think the biggest thing against the third round reversal for this is the fact that it's a 10-team
Right.
draft instead of 12. If it was 12 and you added an extra, what did that be? An extra 4 picks before the 301. I think then that would help, and that would definitely help level out, 11 and 12 teams. But the fact that it's still only a 10 team with a third round reversal, it might help to make. I definitely do think it helps to make everybody even out a little bit, but I don't know if that necessarily matters all that much, especially when you're
Yeah.
only drafting 6 players.
Ooh, what do I do here? Let's hear T. Do I want? No, you know what? I'm gonna go with a little Chase Brown action. Jim took Bucky, so I
Dang
couldn't,
it.
land him. I know. I scrolled down, grabbed some Chase Brown. Yeah, because in the rookie drafts, the rookie ones, it's like Cam Ward and Ashton Genty are obviously just like insanely valuable. Like there's obviously other valuable players, like 4, 5, 6 other ones, but
Yeah.
after that, like the drop off is massive.
Yep.
I mean, you're getting an entire season of a starting quarterback. There's maybe Tyler Shug is the only other one, right? Like it's
Maybe you
some
Dart's
games
gonna
with
play, I
Jackson
think, at
Dart.
some point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give him like
But
10 games a season, maybe something like that. I don't know. Like
I think if they have a losing record, which they probably will, but like if Dable's like really on the hot seat by mid-October, I think we start having those conversations.
for sure. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you never know. It could be Dart could win the job in preseason. I mean, it's happened before where like, a rookie wins the job and a nice Devontae Adams. That's great. Let's see here. Oh man. More Rashee Rice. Why not?
I was between Adams and Rice, but I was like, I'd give me the guy who is not currently coming off of an injury.
that's very fair. Yeah, I've been doing some Puka Adams stacks and then some like later because Stafford in most leagues is going so late, so you can stack those guys, get Stafford, little T Ferg action, late at tight end. So I think the Rams are just super stackable this year. All right, Rashee Rice. Let's see here. Did DK Metcalf already went?
Yeah,
Right, we're gonna go with we'll go with Pickens. That's fine.
This show is single-handedly raising DK Metcalf's value.
I know. Third down, Bill.
He's gone earlier and earlier in all 3 of our drafts. Man. Am I in the 5th? Yeah, so I only got 2 picks left.
Yep.
I'll take JMO. It's just too easy to take JMO in the 5th.
Literally, yeah. And in this format, like you don't need him. Like the zeros are fine, but you need the 40s and the 30s and the 25-point games, explosions that are bound to happen. You get to collect all those. So
yep. I don't know if I like being in the early part. I think I like being in the later part because of that third round reversal.
Yeah. Yeah, because like being able to get like again, we talked about it. Like there's that nice tier of Chase Brown and like Brees and Ladd and London. Like those are I would have loved one of Ladd or London too, or getting Bucky too. That would have obviously been great. But Chase Brown will do. All right, we got our last pick here.
I'm gonna switch it up a little. No. I'll go Travis Hunter.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm going to scroll down.
I was debating Caleb. I like Khalil Shakir a lot too. I was thinking maybe of switching some things up on the dart throw of a Khalil Shakir, but I don't know if his ceiling is all that high.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I'm gonna scroll down to a guy who probably isn't drafted out that much. We'll go with Juwan Jennings.
I like it.
It's kind of fun. It's again, we've talked about the strategy of drafting players who aren't going to be drafted at all, because then it gives you like naturally contrarian picks. Ayuk is still injured. Pearsall's already injured. Yep. I think the Niners bounce back in a big way this year. And Jennings, all the reports are that he's just shown rapport with Purdy continuously throughout, early camp. So I think it's a kind of interesting pick there. Let's see your best value
drafter this time.
Oh, look at that. Slowest drafter. I wasn't me, thankfully, this time. Felt bad. Best ADP value for me was George Pickens. Who is yours?
Kyron, but only at a 0.7 though. So you were 2.5.
Yeah. I felt like I was reaching on Pickens too, which is interesting. I guess not though.
You sniped Jamie on Jennings though. He was gonna close it out, Mr. Irrelevant. Jamie at 1.9 seconds for a pick. He must be literally sitting here and he's like got his finger over the button and he's just like ready to go, you know?
He's got it queued up. Yeah, that's legit impressive. 1.9 seconds is that's wild. Damn. All right, well, what do we do? 3 drafts? 3 drafts.
3 drafts.
That's impressive, honestly. That's our most ever and a good way to close things out.
Yeah, absolutely. So appreciate everybody for hanging out with us, especially those of you that drafted Jamie, Dylan, anybody else if you drafted with us but you weren't in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Again, for anybody else watching or even watching after the fact, you can sign up for FastDraft. Use the promo code DLF. You get a deposit match for up to $50. Connor also mentioned that today is a FastDraft Friday. So if you join their Discord channel, play 10. It's 10, right? Play 10 contests today, which is the quickest way to do that is to run through their turbo mode. Then you could potentially get some merchandise, a hat, a t-shirt, all that stuff. You have to claim it through the Discord channel. If you are one of the first 10 people today to claim that, then you get some free FastDraft merchandise. So you sign up, use the promo code. You put $50 in, you'll get another $50 for the deposit match with promo code DLF. Play 50 of that today, and you might have a chance to win some FastDraft merch in the Discord channel. Does it work in Canada? I don't know, Connor. Do you know if FastDraft is Canada eligible?
Don't believe so. I actually don't think most things, unfortunately, are Canada eligible. Some tough laws and getting around that. But maybe in the future. Not never going to say never. I mean, you got Pennsylvania in like a month. So I know that they were fighting for that for a while. So definitely expanding.
Yeah. So sorry, DWB Mania. It might not be available in Canada, but if you ever cross the border, come down here on vacation or something like that, or just go to the American side of Niagara, then you can hop into some fast drafts. But yep, appreciate everybody. Use promo code DLF, and we will catch you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic weekend. Peace.